Mufasa is to blame for his death. What's up, it's your girl Gigi Ma and you're watching the YGG channel. As y'all see by the title, I am doing the Lion King. Shout out to the person that wanted me or recommended me to do the Lion King breakdown. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Growing up watching Lion King and even in my adult years, I didn't too much care for Lion King. The songs was cute, but I felt like they rushed it. Like, not rushed it, but I just feel like it was missing a lot. I saw the message, but I just feel like they could have added more. And also I think they copied the whole Lion King from another movie about like a white lion or whatever, but I didn't care for it. Me with this new brain and my new set of eyes, Lion King, well, every movie is deep, but Lion King it's good. I just think I was just cut up on the lion part. So Lion King is all about your pride and also ego. It goes hand in hand. It's about the duality between your pride. So Mufasa represents the sun, which is the sun's supposed to represent the soul. I kind of feel like Mufasa represents the body, low key, but Mufasa is the sun, Scar is the moon, and Scar represents the mind. Simba was supposed to be the horizon. A lot of times when spirituality, how they depict, they always say horizon or the mountaintop or the peak. They always kind of say like the little balance. So I think Simba is supposed to represent the balance of it all. Lion King starts with Simba being born. You have all of the wildlife animals like a ceremony, they're bowing down. You have the monkey Rafiki, I might be butchering his name, helling up Simba because he is now the prince. So you have the ceremony going on, and the only person that's not there is Scar. Zazu went to confront Scar about him being MIA from the ceremony. They have that little spat. He tried to eat Zazu. Mufasa comes, and you could just tell by Scar's energy and the way he's talking, he has this form of jealousy and this sense of entitlement. He tells Mufasa, it's nice of you to come down of your throne to speak to commoners. So Scar is letting Mufasa know he's not feeling his son becoming king. He's salty. He don't like it. Scar is having this attitude, and Mufasa tells Scar, don't turn your back on me. And Scar tells Mufasa, don't turn your back on me. Like, you give me the chance to cross you, I'm going to do it. You give me the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to do it. This is key. And then Mufasa goes, is that a challenge? And Scar says, I wouldn't dream of challenging you. Scar then brings up how he is more of the brains and Mufasa has the brute, he has the strength. Scar's let him know like, yeah, like I'm smarter than you. You might could beat my ass, but I'm smarter than you. Don't forget that. Mufasa and Simba is sitting on top of Pride Rock, and that's the funny thing about it. Their home and their land and where they live at is called Pride Rock. Pride Rock, like it's right there. Like the whole movie's about the pride. And he's showing him, he says, everything the sun touches is our kingdom. A king, time ruler, rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time. So Simba sees the little shadow place, the shadow area, which is the elephant graveyard. He's curious about that place, like what's that? Mufasa tells Simba, that's beyond our borders, you must never go there. Simba like, I thought a king could do whatever he wants. Mufasa tells Simba, there's more than being a king about getting your way. Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As a king, you have to understand that balance. Mufasa is talking about the circle of life. So as they're talking about that, Zazu tells Mufasa that the hyenas snuck into the Pride Land again. The hyenas live in the elephant graveyard. Elephant has a lot of symbolisms. One that everybody like says is like the good fortune and like the good luck. And for it to be a elephant graveyard, the opposite of what it means, like bad luck, bad fortune, like the bad. Simba goes and sees Scar, his uncle, and he's so excited about being king. He tells him about the shadow plays. Scar kind of manipulates him into like, going there, like, oh, only the strongest of the strong lions go there. Basically set him up for real. But have y'all noticed that most of Scar's scenes are in the shadows? Like I said, Scar he represents the moon. Simba concocted this plan to go to the elephant graveyard. He wants Nala to come with him. Zazu ends up being with them on the little journey. They lied and said they was going to the water well or something like that. And they're trying to get rid of Zazu. So Simba starts to sing about how he can't wait to be king. Zazu's not feeling a song. The song is very given conceited, selfish, just wanting to be in control. And a big ego, right? Simba is singing to the animals, everybody look left, everybody look right. Everywhere you look, I'm standing in the spotlight. When I was watching that part, it gave me like Scar. Like, I feel like at that moment, Simba was tapping into the night. Simba and Nala ends up losing Zazu. They end up being at the elephant graveyard. Zazu end up catching back up with them. And Simba's still cocky. He still want to go into like the elephant's mouth. Simba says, I walk on the wild side. I laugh in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha. He starts laughing. The hyenas start laughing back. The hyenas tell Simba, do you know what we do to kings who step out of their kingdom? Simba says, you can't do nothing to me. Zazu was like, baby, chill on that. Like, technically they can. We are on their land. And y'all see how Simba manifested that danger. He went looking for trouble and he got it. And he only was brave because he knew he was the prince. And he knew that everybody is scared of Mufasa. My daddy's the king. I am the prince. You can't touch me. When you're out of bounds, baby, you most definitely can. They can touch you. Mufasa already told your ass not to go there. Like, stop it. So they running for their lives or whatever. They getting trapped. Mufasa comes and saves the day, baby. The hyenas, they're scared. They're petrified of Mufasa. Mufasa tells Zazu, like, nah, just take Nala home. I gotta teach my son a lesson. He tripping. About to whoop his ass. Simba tells Mufasa, like, he just wanted to be brave. Like, like you, like my daddy. Like, I just want to be something like my daddy for real. Mufasa tells Simba, I'm only brave when I have to be. Simba, being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble. Message, and that's my thing. You go looking for stuff, it's going to find you. When you're looking for negative things like fights, drama, it manifests fast because of the energy and because you're not overthinking. Simba tell Mufasa, well, daddy, you ain't scared of nothing for real. Mufasa said, yes, today I was scared of losing you. Simba goes, damn. Even kings get scared. And Mufasa is letting it be known his weak spot, his weakness is Simba. He was scared of Simba dying. So he was afraid. And when you be scared, when you are afraid, sometimes you do you don't really think and you are at your most vulnerable. Scar is in the elephant graveyard and he's talking to the hyenas. He's not happy that they didn't kill Simba. They like, bro, Mufasa came, we scared of him, we scared of him, we scared of him. And one of them was like, it's not like we can kill Mufasa. That's when Scar gets the plan to kill Mufasa. Scar then starts to sing a song about being prepared. The song is about pride, it's about the future, lifted with prizes, and it's a lot of amazing things happening. But towards the end of the song, he's letting you know when you dive deep into the dark side. And I don't want to just keep on saying dark side because there's good dark and it's also bad light. But if you choose to go to that dark side of pride, this is what your life going to end up to be. Scar sings, the point that I must emphasize is you won't get a sniff without me. He's letting you know you're not going to get nothing without me. So prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared for the murkiest scam. What does that tell y'all? He's letting y'all know he's finna scam y'all. He says meticulous planning, tenacity spanning. Decades of denial. Simply why I be the king. Undisputed, respected, saluted, and seen for the wonder I am. Yes, my teeth and ambitions are bare. Be prepared. He's letting you know, oh, you're gonna have prizes, you're gonna have good stuff. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. And then he tells you at the end, baby, you're getting scammed, baby. It's not what all it's cracked up to be. It's not at all. Scar goes with his plan on trying to kill Mufasa, so he gets Simba, because he knows Simba's the weakness. Tells Simba, oh, Mufasa got a surprise for you, just practice your roar, practice your roar. Simba's like, what's the surprise? Mufasa's like, the surprise is to die for. Simba, he practiced the roar, he does a big loud roar. He doesn't know that the hyenas was sent to make the herd of, was that cattle? It wasn't cattle, it was deer. Reindeer. The herd is coming straight at Simba. Scar runs to tell Mufasa, your son, he about to die, go get him. Mufasa go run, kind of saves Simba, got him to a safe space, and he's now on the ledge. He's fighting for his life, but he's like, yeah, he needs some help. He see his bro, that's baby bro. He's like, Scar, help me, Scar. Scar like, if I was that nigga, but I'm not. He snatches his hands and he goes, long live the king, and he let that motherfucking go. Mufasa just, he falls in the abyss of the herd and he gets trampled out, he died. On the opposite side, Simba can't really see Scar pushing Mufasa to his death. He just see Mufasa falling, so he thinks in his head like, oh my god, my father died because of me. This moment right here is the deepest part of Lion King. This is that pride that I feel like every damn human have, that we have to get rid of. Mufasa has his pride. I am king. My brother is Scar. My brother's not gonna betray me. He's my brother. I grew up with him. I fuck with him. I wouldn't do that to my brother. He wouldn't do that to me. But the thing about it is, Scar's been telling him the whole time. Scar didn't even show up to the ceremony. He kept on talking about your son. Turn your back on me, baby. Let your guard down. I'm going to betray you. This is the bad side of Mufasa pride. It's thinking that somebody won't when they're telling you they will. And this goes for your friends, your significant others, and family. When somebody show you and they're telling you who they are, people will tell you how they're going to betray you in your face. And you sit there and you like, they're not going to do that to me. Baby, that's pride. That is pride. That is the notion that we have, that we think, it's me. You can't do this to me. This person is mischievous. You know how they move. Why do you feel like you are the exception? That's the pride. You feel like because you are you to them, that they will not do that to you. Who are you? In their reality, in their world, you just another mother that could do whatever they want to. Mufasa, he gave into fear. Mufasa could have saved his fucking self. You saved your son. Like, he saved his son. He was ducking and dodging, juking and shit. He could have saved himself. But that's the thing. Mufasa was at his lowest self. He was afraid of Simba dying. He was not thinking rational. He reached out for help, thinking he can trust, he can lean on somebody he knows, his brother, his family. Mufasa would have gained the courage. He wouldn't need to reach out to Scar. He wouldn't need to ask Scar for help. When we at our lowest, we only have ourselves. We have to find that courage, that strength, that brute to stand up and to realize I can save myself. Stop depending on another mother to save us. Even though we care about them, and we know we will go to great lengths to save them. We would go through hell and high waters. We would do X, Y, and Z for them. Get out of that mentality. You got to wake up. Yes, that shit hurts. You have to understand that you are the blame for it. Mufasa is to blame for his death. You only could blame yourself. And that's a hard pill people gotta swallow. It's why me, why me, why me? How does this happen? How does it happen? I was in the same position. I only got to blame me. I'm gonna give you another example. You know how when you watch scary movies or like thrillers and like the killer is telling a victim how they're a killer, or they're showing them like they're evil and how they're gonna kill them, and like the victims are always in denial. They always have this sense of, they not gonna kill me. Like they always act stupid, and then we be watching, we be like, you're dumb, you dumb as fuck, he's gonna kill you, bitch, he's telling you he a killer, he just told you he was a killer, and you sit there and still fucking with him knowing he gonna kill your ass. That's how it is. That right there, us watching a scary movie or a thriller, and the victim's in denial that the person is a killer. Mind you, the killer is telling them that they are a killer. They showing them they're a killer. They pulling out their tools and everything, and they're in denial. That's how we act when it comes down to family members, significant others, and friends. It's the denial part, and that's the part of the pride, the thinking, oh no, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. I know this person, I'm safe. Why do you think you're safe when they're letting you know that they're a killer?
Help! Somebody! Anybody!
So Scar blames Simba for the death of Mufasa. He tells him to run away and never return. He then sends the hyenas to try to kill Simba. The hyenas, you know, they trash, they suck, you know what I'm saying? They don't get to kill Simba. Simba ends up running away, ends up being passed out, like dehydrated. Timon and Pumbaa ends up finding him and bringing him back to like this oasis, this tropical place. It's shaded. It's different from the Pride Land. I noticed that the Pride Land was just land. It was just rocks. Timon and Pumbaa teaches Simba about Hakuna Matata, means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problems free philosophy. They teaches him the way of life, learning how to be carefree. Things that you cannot control, do not dwell on it.
Hakuna Matata?
Yeah, it's our motto.
This part right here gave spiritual journey. Simba went on a cleanse. He went there to clear his mind. He went to an oasis. He fasted. He did not eat meat. He ate nothing but, you know, bugs. Fasted, he cleared his mind. He learned that what's above him is above him. Don't have any worries. Back at the Pride Lands, you have Scar. He's the king now. He got Zazu in a cage. He making Zazu sing these ridiculous songs. Zazu singing it. He's like, bro, Mufasa would have never. Scar stops him. He don't want nobody saying Mufasa name at all. It's gonna remind him that he had to kill his brother to become king. So the hyenas come in, they confront Scar. They're like, look, there ain't no food, we hungry, we starving, you promised us food. Scar promised the hyenas they will never go hungry if he is king. Scar tells them, look, get the lioness to do it, they supposed to be doing the hunting anyways. They're like, they not going, there ain't no food, come on now. Like, it's worse. When Mufasa was king, Scar like, Mufasa, didn't I tell y'all motherfuckers to stop saying his name? They run off, and then
Yeah, but we're still hungry. Ouch!
Nala ends up going to the oasis. Nyla trying to eat on Pumbaa. Her and Simba start fighting. They end up knowing, like, girl, I know you. You Nyla, right? You Simba. Nala tells Simba that everybody at the Pride Rock think that you're dead. And Simba's like, oh, is that so? The song Can You Feel the Love Tonight starts playing while Simba and Nala start bonding. Nala's like, baby, you king. Like, Scar fucking up the place. Simba tells Nyla that he can't go back. He's afraid and he's also scared. You know, he has this conscience that he killed his father. He has that guilt eating his ass up. Nyla tells him, like, Simba, you're the king. It's your responsibility to come back to the Pride Land. And Simba's not feeling that. He like, I don't want to be king. Like, I never signed up for this. I don't want to deal with this. So he runs away. Simba runs away. He ends up seeing the monkey Rafiki. Rafiki tells Simba, baby, you're a buffoon. You don't know who you are. Rafiki shows Simba his father, but he makes Simba look at his reflection in a pond. Rafiki says he lives inside you. Mufasa ends up appearing in the sky. He's like, oh, my son. He's telling Simba, remember who you are. You are my king. Remember. remember, remember. Simba's like, dang, that was deep. That's kind of some spiritual stuff, like the wind is changing. Rafiki says, change is good. Simba says, yes, but it's not easy. I have to face my past. Rafiki then hits Simba over his head with his stick, and Simba goes, damn, like, ouch, like, what you do that for? Rafiki says, it's in the past. And Simba then goes, but that shit hurt though. Rafiki then says, see, the past can hurt. You can either run from it or learn from it. He then swings on Simba again. Simba ducks, and then Simba grabs the stick. And this is the message you just need to learn. I hope y'all taking notes. They literally just showed you how it worked. Rafiki hit Simba over his head. Why'd you hit me? Rafiki's like, why are you worried about me hitting you, baby? It's in the past. Rafiki swings on him again. What do Simba do? He ducked. Dodged that motherfucker. He know, oh, I seen this before. I've been through this before. Shit, that hoe hurted. Why would I go through this again? He's learning from his past. We are supposed to learn from our past situations or our mistakes and not allow them to repeat. Some of us are not learning from our past. We are running into the same cycle, repeating the same thing over and over again, getting the same type of bump on our head, keep getting the same type of wound each and every time. Why are we not learning from the mistakes that we are making? We are allowed to make mistakes. We are allowed to explore, to be curious. Like, I want to know, what's that? The spirits, our bodies be telling us, baby, you don't want to do that. We be like, I want to do it anyways. We get hurt. We get stuck in the past. And we don't want to confront our past. We don't want to face it. We don't want to come and be like, you know what? I fucked up in the past, but I'm a new person now. And we don't want to learn from it. We want to sit there and be like, that shit hurted. 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 And then go do the same, go through the same situation, done seen this shit and all, and do the same thing over again and be like, that shit hurted. Simba travels across the lands to challenge Scar. He knows what he needs to do. He is now king. He gets to Pride Rock, and that shit janky. It's dark. It's like a graveyard full of dead plants and animals. It's dead for real. And y'all notice how Pride Rock was bright, sunny, and then now that Scar is the leader, he's the king. Y'all see how dark and eerie it is? How is it that dark? Like, that don't make no damn sense. Nala meets Simba at Pride Rock. She asked him, what made you come back? Simba says, I finally got some sense knocking to me. Timon and Puma's there. They use them as a diversion to make the hyenas chase them around so they can overthrow Scar. Scar talks to Sarabi, which is Simba's mother. You know, he called her out like, Sarabi, what you and the lioness is doing with the hunting party? You're not doing your job. Sarabi's like, Scar, it's over. There's nothing left. We must leave Pride Rock. Scar doesn't want to leave. Sarabi says, then you have sentenced us to death. Scar says, then so be it. I'm the king and I can do whatever I want. Scar ends up slapping Sarabi for bringing up Mufasa's name. He's running away from his past too. When Scar said, I'm the king and I can do whatever I want, don't that remind you of Simba? Ain't that the same mentality Simba had when he was a cub, when he was younger? I see Scar pride. He has so much pride that he is willing to die instead of stepping down on the throne so he can save the hyenas and the lions and so he can live. He'd rather stay as king on Pride Rock, overlooking dead things. After Scar slaps Sarabi, Simba jumps up like, baby, don't put your hands on my mama. I don't play that. Scar is in fear because he think Simba is Mufasa. He like, damn, I thought I killed this nigga. Like, he's still here. Like, what the fuck? Simba tells Scar, baby, you either step down or you either fight. Scar tells Simba to tell the lioness who was responsible for Mufasa's death. Simba ends up confessing. As Simba's trying to explain, Scar and the hyenas back Simba off a cliff. Simba's in the same position as his father. He's hanging on for dear life. You know, he's at his lowest point. Scar whispered in Simba's ear, "I killed your father," type shit. Simba's like, what? He found that courage, choke slam, body slam, put the paws on Scar, and he chokes him until he confesses. Scar ended up confessing of killing Mufasa. The hyenas and the lioness starts fighting. Rafiki, the monkey, he ends up joining Puma and Timon. They all fighting. Scar tries to run away and he ends up getting cornered by fire. Scar starts begging Simba. He on some, we are family, give me mercy. He starts blaming the hyenas, child. He said, baby, it was the hyenas. They did it. They're the real enemy, not me. Simba says, why would I believe you? Everything you say is a lie. Look, he coming to his senses, baby. We family and all, but baby, you're a snake. You're evil. Why would I trust you? Scar brings up, baby, I'm your uncle. We go way back. We family. I'm your only uncle. You can't do this to me. Simba tells Scar what Scar told him when he was younger. Run. Run away and never return. Which I feel like he should never give him that option. And Scar cheap shots him and they start fighting again. He ends up getting thrown off like a cliff or whatever, but he ends up being okay. And the hyenas, you know, they heard that. They was right there fighting amongst with him. They like, oh, so we the traitors, we the evil people. Scar like, nah, I was just saying that just to say it. And they end up attacking him and y'all, they ate him. They ate that man. Remember when Scar was singing about be prepared? It's a whole scam. They had no food. The motherfuckers was starving. It was dark as hell. And then you see how he was so eager to betray the hyenas. You broke your promise. If you follow me, you will not go hungry. Why would you promise something that you cannot keep? Reap what you sow. This is what it is. You reap what you sow. What you put out in the universe is going to come back to you always. They're letting you know. It ends up raining and Simba reunites with his tribe, with his mother, Nyla, all of them. Rafiki points at the Pride Rock throne and he tells Simba it's time. Simba goes on the pedestal and roars. The Pride Rock is once bright with circle of life. You know, all the animals is back. You know, the kingdom is back. It's beautiful now. They have a baby and Rafiki holds up the cub. Basically the end of the movie. Now that I look at it now, The Lion King is a deep, good movie. Maybe I hated it because it is about pride. It is about ego. It's about betrayal amongst family. And like I said, they do represent, you know, the mind, you know, the soul, the sun and the moon, the night, the day. It goes deeper levels than that. And maybe I didn't like it because of like, I just felt like Mufasa, not Mufasa, I felt like Simba was just like, how do you get played? Like, how do you think you killed your father and then you run away? And then like, I just felt like he became king by default. And I didn't see him become a lion. I just feel like that they missed components of him becoming king. Like, Scar died and you became king. That's what I thought. But it's not really about becoming king. Is about your pride, learning when to lose that pride, learning when to not hold on to that, learning to accept and to learn from your past and not allow it to haunt you over and over. The movie is beautiful now that I see it with these eyes. I did watch the second movie. And the second movie is more about the balance between the day and night, the moon and the sun, the mind and the soul. More about the coming together and being balanced. And it's more about adding, you know, love in it. Some people feel like you shouldn't have pride at all. Some people feel like pride is just a waste. It gets in the way. I do feel like you're supposed to have a balance. I don't think nobody's supposed to not have pride at all, but I feel like it should be a balance of to know who you are. Because I feel like if you don't have pride, then you don't have self-respect. But I also feel like you have too much pride, you have selfishness. That's really all I have for this video. Tell me what y'all think about this breakdown. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what moves y'all want me to do next. Peace.